we start up the episode. Clap it up.
Clap it up.
Welcome back to the Late Show. Today
Lakers in 6.
We got Lakers in 6. We got a special guest, Mr. Arash Markazi. Been covering the Lakers since 2000. And to put that in perspective, I was born in 1999. So I don't want to think, but like you like.
That's 20 something years. How old are you?
I'm 23, almost 24.
Yeah, I was on the Clippers when I first met you.
But
busting ass on the Clippers too.
Like, I'm excited to like hear like get some good insight.
Kicking ass.
You know the Lakers better than most people. So super excited. But yeah, you were at the LA Times. Now you have your own Sporting Tribune.
Yeah, the Sporting Tribune. We cover Southern California, Las Vegas, Hawaii. I know you guys
There
know
you
a lot
go.
about those three regions.
Yeah.
So yeah. By the way, all big Laker fans. They love the Lakers in Vegas. They love the Lakers in
Hell
Hawaii.
yeah.
They do love the Lakers in Hawaii.
Hell yeah.
I love the Lakers.
But
And we got
I wish
Lamar
the team
on
went
the
back
Lamar
to
on
training
him.
camp in Hawaii. You remember those
We used to
days?
have training camp in Hawaii.
That was amazing.
That's why I was asking. You said you're going to a wedding in Hawaii.
Yeah,
We used to-
guys, he's invited to a Jewish wedding. I'm invited to next
we
week.
used to have training camp at the University of
island?
Hawaii. Where's Hawaii?
It was
University of
in
Honolulu.
Honolulu.
University of Hawaii.
Okay.
Yeah, it was dope.
How many years do you guys do that for?
I mean, they started in the Showtime.
Yeah,
period.
I got 2 years of it in.
Yeah.
So were you at every training camp for the Lakers?
I was there once. It was the best. Listen, Hawaii is fun, but when you can go there on the company dime, it's even
Right,
more fun.
right. Right. No, but I want to talk about the Lakers a little bit, and then we can get into some other stuff. But I like to say, we were saying before the pod, like we're on a 5-game winning streak.
Yeah.
I don't want to count
Yeah.
that Nuggets loss because we didn't have like our starting 5. We didn't have
We
LeBron,
lost to the Nuggets
AD.
without anyone,
We
right?
have
Current top seed, by the way.
yeah,
I mean,
they're number one
so
seeds. They were
no
when
shame in that
we came
loss.
into Denver, we were 16-3. They were 16-3 at home, best
Yeah.
team in the league at home.
Yeah,
So
I feel like the standards in the West change every day.
100%.
So that's what I wanted to talk about.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that right now. So basically, right now, as we're recording this, the Lakers are the 12th seed, and we're 3.5 back of the 4th seed, who we are playing tomorrow night.
12th, that's a big game then.
But you got to 3.5 games separate the 4th and the 12th seed,
Yeah.
which is insane. Which is a
Well,
kind of
and
blessing for
the
us.
The crazy thing is they're 2 games back at the 6th seed. Now the key
Right.
with the 6th seed is you don't have to be in that play-in game.
Right.
So you're just
Yeah.
in the playoffs. Just 2 back.
Yeah.
And by the way, to Lamar's point, a week ago it was like 1 game or a half game. It fluctuates
It's
all
crazy.
the time.
Yeah.
That makes this Laker game a big game then.
Every game, like we talk about this on the
Every
pod.
game is a big
every
game.
game is game 7. That's what we told
Yeah.
us. We started off 0-5, 2-10. Every game is like a game 7 now. Like we have our backs against the walls. We did in 5-game winning streak, playing better, and like every team is gonna go through injuries, and it's just about who's gonna like play through them, like be deep and like just on the fly. Like all right, we don't have LeBron tonight. Let's
Next
our
man
game
up,
plan.
right?
Yeah.
This is
Next
sports.
man up. So I want to get your
Professional sports.
insight because Lamar and I have talked about it so many times. What do you think as far as a trade? Draft picks, no draft picks,
Yeah.
Russ, LeBron, AD.
I mean, the great thing is the way that they're playing right now, you don't have to make a blockbuster trade. The West is totally open. Golden State's not who we thought they were. The Clippers are not who we thought they were. I mean, you can make a deal for a shooter, put yourself in position to be a 6 seed. Like you said, they're not that far out of the 4
Right.
seed. And at that point with this team, Lamar, is just make the playoffs. This team was
Yeah.
really built for the playoffs. They
Right.
didn't make the playoffs
Right.
a year ago. I promise you, come playoff time, if they're healthy, I get it. It's a big if. No one wants to see this team in the playoffs.
Well,
Fully
whatever,
healthy, 7-game series.
well, yeah, whatever trade they make, or they maybe you think they have to make. I hope they could keep AD, Russ, and
I think
and
they will, by
LeBron.
the way.
I agree.
As
I
in
Before,
think
yeah.
the
major
pieces
3.
that we're talking about are Nunn, Patrick Beverly, some of these other pieces. And I think that the West is open enough, and there's a sliver of a window where I think they will part with a first-round pick. I know for a long time they didn't want to. You got LeBron.
Yeah.
You got AD. You got a window. You have to go for that window.
I still firmly believe that LeBron can be the best player on our championship team. Despite Giannis, Steph, Tatum, like LeBron can still win a championship and be the best player on our team. He's got to have the right pieces, of course.
Yeah.
But like that's what I'm saying, like what you're saying. He has that window where he still, can compete and
They're gonna
put
make
the-
a run deep
put
in
the
the
right
playoffs.
pieces around him.
Bro.
Like we won on a 5-game win streak without AD. Like,
They're gonna make a run deep in the playoffs.
But like you said,
Even with Russ, AD, and LeBron.
but the big if is healthy.
Yeah.
That's not
Healthy.
it's not a given at all. So, but like the fans, they obviously want to hear like names. So like you've been covering the Lakers for almost as long as I've been alive. What do you think the Lakers Like, who do you think the Lakers can like?
That's true.
I don't want to make
He likes doing that.
I don't want to make him feel old.
Me and Lamar are old.
I want to put it into perspective. Like, knowledge base. Like, he knows his shit.
Yeah.
So, who like players? Like, who do you think would
There's
help?
a lot
this
of out
team?
there, but you just need a shooter. And I know it's simplistic to say, and I don't know who's available, but what I'm saying is right now, you don't have to make a blockbuster deal.
Right.
So I think for a while, it's like, well, if you package 2 first-round picks, this, that, and the other, I think the pieces are there.
Right.
The big if, and it's a massive if, I get it. If AD is healthy,
Right.
he's having a career year. You're talking about a transcendent talent. You're talking about one of the, like, if he's healthy, big if, all that. You're talking about a top 10 player. It's not a small thing. If he's not playing, it's not like, oh, like AD's not. You're missing a top 10 player.
Yeah, I think if the Buddy Hills, Mal Turner deal is still on the table too.
Is that considered a blockbuster? I think
You
it
have
is.
to.
It is.
That is more of
That's
a
Russ
blockbuster.
and the 2 picks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which I think at this point I would be fine with. I love that he's not like the most hated player in Los Angeles. I always
Right.
hated.
They love
I
him now.
love Russ, and I love the way he plays. And he was coming back home, and it was just a bad fit. But he's playing well enough now that if you're looking to make a deal, like he is a solid player.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they love him. Like you've been a game. You've been playing a
Yeah.
game. Like every time he comes to the game, they'll cheer. The
Yeah.
first time he checks in.
I love that.
It's crazy how it's changed. But yeah, I mean, we'll see. The deadline's
He's
coming
doing
up.
exactly what I predicted him to do.
He did. He called it before. I don't know if
He's
you saw
sixth
it.
man,
He
yeah.
said that Russ was going to win the 6th man of the year before he was even coming off the bench.
Yep.
So now he's a favorite.
Can I say one thing? Well, my favorite trade during the season, and it happened around Super Bowl week. I remember I was in Phoenix. Not the last time Super Bowl was in Phoenix, but the Super Bowl was in Phoenix, and I get a text, and this trade came out of the blue. I want to get your thoughts. That the Lakers have traded for Pau Gasol, and I'm like, what did they have to give up?
Oh wow.
It was like Kwame Brown, the rights to Marc Gasol, which ended up being bad. At that point, like Mark wasn't there.
Yeah.
And it was this package that I was like, there's something wrong. Like, no, like how did they get? And that was one, because people forget that team was a very good team. They were a playoff team.
Mhm.
They would have won a series or two. But Lamar, when you got Powell, that was like, they are.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
team
that
now.
was
Took us over the top.
Yeah.
We got Powell.
That was the moment. And people forget that season. Before that season begins, Kobe got booed because that's when he went on the tour and he said, I want to get traded.
What year was that? Was 07, right?
2007, 2008. They
Right.
go on to go to the finals. And I still say to this day, if they were healthy, they beat
Right.
the Celtics.
Right.
If they had Trevor, if they had Andrew Bynum, they beat
Right.
the Celtics.
So how
Yeah, that was without Powell too. The first finals, right?
No, they had Powell.
We had
Kobe
Powell.
went after Powell, right?
What?
Kobe went after. Was that like you?
That was the guy
wanted
that
him.
Kobe wanted.
Right.
Yeah.
He loved the way that Powell played.
Yeah.
It's intellectual for the game.
Yeah, but like back to what you were saying, I think the Lakers are right there. Like obviously
They are.
fans are gonna
Yeah.
overreact. Like we rough start. But like really, like, if this team is healthy, they have it. They've already beaten the Nuggets, Pelicans, Bucks. I don't
That
like.
Milwaukee game was when I said
That was
okay,
amazing.
This team has a chance.
I don't care about like almost winning, but it's worth mentioning. We almost beat the Celtics and
Yeah,
the Sixers.
sure.
We could have
Yeah.
beat them if we secured a couple little things. But like those are top teams in the league, and we were with them when we even beat them. So I think we're right there. I agree. We don't need a blockbuster trade. But I want to kick it a little bit to what just happened this week with Magic Johnson. I think it was on All the Smoke podcast.
What happened?
He said that he was this close to getting Kawhi.
Damn.
And so I want to know, like, what do you guys, both of you think, like,
Could
what
you
would have been
imagine?
like if we got Kawhi with LeBron?
Probably would have ran 2 or 3 off
Yeah.
if Kawhi would have played some games.
Well, that's the big key.
Hopefully, if he would have came to LA, he would have said, "To hell, I'm gonna perform," and not does what
You
he
know
do
what
They
now.
had the cap room. Again, the summer he goes to the Clippers, they had created cap room for him. And that's the crazy thing about the team that won in 2020. They really kind of had to piece that team together because they thought that they were going to get Kawhi. Kawhi goes to the Clippers.
And then everything.
and
Yeah.
they were like, okay, who can we put together?
It's like Danny Green. Then we
Yeah.
got like,
that team just gelled.
But Joe,
Yeah,
at the right time.
I mean, I think you can attribute some of that to like Kobe's death and then COVID. So like you bring them
100%.
together.
What
Yeah.
that team went through. And that's why I still hate
It's
to this
emotional.
day that they tore that team apart.
It's little
So
LeBron
quickly.
80 are left. That's it. We got
Made
rid
no
of Taylor,
sense.
and Taylor was the last guy aside from LeBron and AD,
Yeah.
and that was it. But
Where'd they all go? Why do all those players
either
leave?
traded, let go on free agency,
Clutch Sports.
Clutch Sports Mafia.
I mean, they
Mhm.
let Caruso just walk for nothing. I mean, Caruso loved it here. I mean, he would have taken less money to stay here.
All right.
left. Then they trade KCP, Kuzma,
Harold.
Harrell.
But I mean, look at Austin Reeves though, because
Love
like,
Austin Reeves.
honestly, I think he's a better player than Caruso right now. Like he plays
I think
defense,
so, yeah.
not as good as Caruso, but like offensively,
Yeah.
he's like 50, 40, 90 guy. So
Yeah, he's a better playmaker than Caruso.
playmaker.
Yeah.
So a better passer.
But yeah, bottom line, like imagine having both of those guys,
Mm.
which would have been crazy. Let's talk about again the Lakers looking forward. We got Luka and the Mavs tomorrow.
Yeah.
Again, they're the 4th seed. We're 3.5 back, and we're in the 12th seed.
That's why
That's
it's
crazy.
wide open,
It's
right?
really in the East is like that as well.
Yeah.
What do you think? I want both of you guys.
That's
like,
great for the
coming
NBA.
up against like Luka. How do you stop a guy like that?
Well, every time he will go into a pick and roll, I will fall back into a zone because it's hard to stop into a pick and roll.
Really?
He could beat you by himself with the basketball. So every time he will go into a pick and roll, I will find a way into his like fall into a zone the floor up, show him different looks.
Mix it up.
That's what you can do.
I mean, the Clippers beat them last night.
Did they?
They beat them last night. Held. I mean, I'm not gonna say held. Luka had like 40 something points, but
Yeah, I mean, he's just fun to watch. I mean, what 60, 20, 10? That's got to be like one of the great stuff.
I want to ask you a question now that because I asked Lamar.
Yeah.
I want to know, what do you think is more impressive, Luka's game,
Mm-hmm.
Donovan Mitchell's game, the 71,
71, yeah.
or Kobe's 81?
Well, Kobe's 81 is like historic.
It's like
now.
different.
It's like a folklore. People forget about this game. Like Lamar can touch on it. He had to score like every one of those points.
Yeah, we were
They
down
losing
That's what he's
to
saying. We were
Toronto.
losing. We
Yeah.
were losing.
And people forget, like, no one watched that game, and there were so many reporters who missed that game because it was the conference finals Sunday, and even the play-by-play guy for you guys,
Right.
he wasn't there
Right.
because he was contracted to.
Right.
do the
I spoke to
conference
Bill about that.
championship
That was Bill's first game.
exactly.
Crazy.
So no one was watching, and they're trailing. But I still say to this day, and I wonder when Kobe scored 61 and 3/4
Against
to
Mavs,
beat
yeah.
the Mavericks.
Yeah.
So to put like Kobe's game aside, like what's like more like 60-20 is like
and 10,
fucking that's
I think
like
is more impressive.
Luka and guard James, they like the scientists of like basketball
science.
right
I like
now.
that.
Especially if you think about guard James. I was listening to Isaiah Thomas bring up something. He said that like you can't even mention, LeBron James' high school coach. Right? He didn't go to high school.
Right.
And then took 3 rookie coaches to the NBA Finals.
Who was it? Blatt,
Mike Brown.
and
You know what I mean? Like even our like
Lou, right?
so like where did he get this like mindset for the game?
I mean, that's why you call him God James.
What he's doing at this point of his career, we've never
It's
seen
ridiculous.
it before. We've never, I mean, not even remotely close. With Tom Brady, you can say, listen, like the rules have changed. You can't touch the quarterback. I mean, the way LeBron's playing right now, we've never seen anything remotely close.
It's crazy.
It's not normal, and we have something incredible coming up. LeBron's going to pass Kareem.
Yeah.
And I just can't stop thinking about like the scenario in my head. Like, is it going to be like a trademark fast break dunk? Is it going to be like a hook shot? Is it going to be like a free throw? Like, I keep playing it in my mind. Like, I already know wherever it's going to be. Hopefully, it's in LA. I'm going to be there. Like, I'm flying out. I've got to fly out for that. Game.
Yeah. That's going to be a historical moment for basketball.
Really?
I didn't think anyone would touch that.
No, probably the most historical moment, right?
Yeah.
In the
It
NBA.
has to be. 'Cause that was almost untouchable.
Right.
Yeah.
Will,
It was just
or
really,
Kareem
yeah.
and Kareem will. And then assists. Like, he's passed like
Oh,
Magic
just-
Johnson. Like, I know Magic played, I think, 11 seasons.
Mhm.
But still. But like back to points, like LeBron's not even a score for his guy. He's like a pass for his guy, and that's evident. Like people used to talk about that when he wasn't on the Lakers, and like now that I watch him every night, like he's a pass for his guy. He can go and get 50 if he wants.
Yeah.
Anytime he wants. Anytime.
Right.
But I know you said that you thought that was an untouchable record. Who do you guys think, if possible, I think it's possible, who do you think would break that record after LeBron?
I don't think anyone's gonna.
Really?
Yeah. Because you just have to look at what he's done.
You gotta first of all, you gotta have a
Like what about
Maybe
Curry?
like
Like Curry, KD, like got
not gonna play that long. I don't think. And not
that's
gonna
the
be playing this
Yeah.
well. At
maybe like a
15.
guy like only thing I could think of is a guy maybe some kid in
Wembanyama.
Africa or like
we haven't heard.
yeah, you
of
probably
the
like some kid in
players
Africa that's gonna be like
pass
6'11",
Wembanyama.
handles, gonna have an ill motor in the body like of David Robinson. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I was thinking maybe like Panchero.
Bankero.
Yeah.
Yeah, if he
just so
played for
tough to
20 years,
tell,
he's a
like-
scorer. If he averaged 20, 25
It comes down to what our
for 20 years, you know what I mean?
The best example is look at Kobe's career, and he finished third, right?
Yeah.
And that was really hard.
Yeah.
I mean, he played 20 years,
Yep.
high level.
Because now it gives you a platform,
yeah,
at least for all these young players.
yeah.
It does, but no, think about this. Kobe's for what first? Before I was even
100%.
born. Before I was
His
even
first
born,
couple
but like
years,
his first couple
yeah.
years, he wasn't even
He
playing.
didn't-
Yeah.
yeah.
So
But it's hard. I mean, it's hard to come into the league and do what LeBron did his first year.
that's
Yeah.
like
And even more impressive because we've never seen before do what he's doing at this point in his career.
You got to be durable too.
he's averaging like 38 points since he turned to 38.
You gotta have a-
no one's
You
doing
got to have a
that.
football mentality.
Yeah.
And then we were talking about this before the pod. LeBron said about like how he wants to play with Bronny
Yeah.
before he retires.
That's-
Like that's the one thing he wants. to
That's
have.
dope.
That is cool.
But as a Laker fan, I'm gonna be selfish. Like, does that mean he's leaving us?
I'm
Like,
okay.
What does that mean?
You know what though? But if that means he has to leave us, then more power to him.
Nah,
Because
I need
for-
him
for a
retired.
dude
Do the whole Kobe
for a
last,
dude that-
last check out. I'm out.
For a dude that played in the NBA, I'm gonna tell you that's probably every NBA father. That probably would have to be a
Your
dream.
son on an NBA court, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Difference.
That's different from
Yeah.
shooting hoops with your son.
That's completely
That's like going to the extreme and playing in it. Come on,
it's like in
man.
an NBA arena with like your son. That's like
That's Ken Griffey. Like,
that's his favorite athlete. It's one of his favorite athletes.
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
That's what he wants.
Wait, what do you think?
But no, but the big difference is Kobe, his entire career with the Lakers, Dirk, entire career with the Mavs, Tim Duncan with the Spurs. It's very rare to do that. And so LeBron has not done that. Cavs, Heat, Cavs, Lakers. If he finished his career, it's not so much that he would finish his career with a new team. He's finishing his career with his son.
Yeah.
What an iconic moment
That's
that
like
would be.
you're LeBron
His
James.
alley-oop
You've done,
to
you've done,
the
you've done,
sun.
you've done everything.
Yeah.
It's over.
And then have your son on the court. Yeah, like, wow.
That's it.
So we'll see. But
That's the movie is written.
Yeah.
selfishly as a Laker fan, like, nah, please
I feel
don't
you,
leave us,
but-
LeBron. Like, don't leave us. But I think it's an exciting time for like LeBron. You know, it's so anticipated.
But this is when I expect the Lakers to like pick it up as he
Mhm.
starts getting closer
Yeah.
to this record. I expect it to like start to rub off on them. You know what I'm saying?
It's
That
historic.
infectious
It's
energy.
history.
Because if you're a Laker, I know how it is to be, you know, one of the others. This is a great time for you to shine. That's what you see my man Thomas Bryant is doing.
Yeah, well, I want to talk about him for real quick. Like, 80 went down. Thomas Bryant been killing it, like 20 and 15.
I think when AD comes back, hopefully what do you think they're gonna start both of them or bring Thomas Bryant off the bench?
You can play around with that, but I would start the two guys, and I just hope Thomas has that confidence and he
With
continues
AD.
to play this way, and I think he will.
Yeah.
So you think Thomas should start when AD's back, or AD should go
I
back?
would play around with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will use Thomas Bryant for a cushion, for AD's cushion.
Right, he doesn't like
Yeah.
playing the five.
You know he don't need it anyway.
He's, like, he's not like playing the five.
What's the
Lamar-
difference? Ain't no difference in 4 and 5 in
I mean,
NBA
you
right
gotta
now.
guard,
Anyway.
you gotta
You
guard
start
guys
fine
like
sometimes.
They both pop out.
yeah, but you gotta guard guys like Jokic, and you gotta guard guys like I don't know.
Was a little bit more
He's-
grimy under there, right? Yeah. Steven
Yeah, I
Adams
mean,
and
like,
them is
And AD is
a little bit more
unfortunately
physical.
injury prone. So, like, as
Yeah.
the least like usage of him in like guarding those guys, the better. But Thomas has been a fresh breath of air, and
Oh yeah.
and then I want to talk about Cousins because he's been a name
be
that's been
interesting.
thrown out. Where the Lakers are working him out. I
Yeah.
think was it last week or this week.
Last week.
Yeah. What would he bring to the scene?
maybe some toughness on the inside. That's what we can really use him
Right.
for. Some pick and pop, pick and roll.
Shoot, yeah.
He can finish. He's not the same athlete since after the Achilles and the
What do you
injury he
think,
had.
like with Thomas Bryant? Now that we have him, like, do we need a guy like? I think our focus should be like a shooter, not like fucking Cody Zeller. Like we're working out Cody Zeller. Like, what's that for?
Well, anytime I think you got a chance to get better, you got to take that chance and opportunity. You're not losing a lot by working them out.
Right.
You know.
I mean, the amazing thing is Cousins was on that 2020 team, and if he doesn't go get hurt before the season, Dwight Howard does not get the chance he got. Dwight Howard was out
great
of the
point.
league. Cousins gets hurt.
It's a great
They
point.
signed him to a non. They worked him out, signed him to a
Mhm.
non-guaranteed contract.
Yeah.
He proved himself, won a chip. Yeah,
Yeah.
I was so Laker fans were really excited for Cousins.
That was cool to see.
Really
that
excited.
was cool to see.
So if he comes back, I mean, I'm sure Laker fans will welcome with open arms. But I want to wrap this up by you've been covering for a while.
Since before this
Since
guy
before I
was born.
was born, but like, you've pretty much seen everything.
Yes.
And I know it's a very crazy, hard question to answer, but like if you can think of like the best Kobe story and then the best Laker memory you have.
Well, Laker memory, you could just say, I know what it is. Triangle offense.
Lamar, 6th man of the year.
Triangle offense. Triangle offense. That's what's wrong, I think, with the Lakers. That like I still can't really get their offense. Like,
yeah.
Right. Sorry.
So I'll tell you my favorite Kobe story, and Lamar was there. It was when you guys won your first championship, and I know you're wearing the ring right now. It is in Orlando before they clinched in Game 6. I know Lamar likes to say the Lakers in 6.
Lakers in 6.
In 6. That was the only time I stayed at the same team hotel, and Phil put you guys out in the middle of nowhere, if you remember, in Orlando. And I saw Kobe at the bar, and he was talking to a friend, and I'm sitting at the bar. It was like 2 o'clock in the morning. He goes to his hotel room, I go to mine, and I couldn't sleep just for whatever reason. So I go down to the lobby, and Kobe's leaving the gym in a full sweat. I'm like, did you not sleep? He's like, yeah, I slept. I'm like, how? Like, I don't need to sleep. That night, they won the championship. My favorite story about that night, they won the championship. It meant so much to him. He never took his jersey off. And I still have a picture like I took because that was a fun team. They really embraced me as a team reporter. But again, like we grew up as fans of the Lakers.
Right.
So I can say that now. He never took off his uniform. He had the champagne-soaked championship shirt, the jersey underneath, literally the armband, sneakers. And he's there with Vanessa and the 2 kids. And that was the first championship. He was there with his 2 kids. It just, that one meant so much to him. Yes, it was without Shaq, but I don't think anyone thought he could win a title post Shaq. He did.
Right.
Got it done.
Yeah. I mean, like again, like me growing up, born in 1999, like I watched that documentary and I saw how much it meant.
He's been reporting more years than you.
But like really, like there's so much talk about like, yo, Kobe can't win without Shaq and Shaq dissing Kobe, and it was like, yeah, I mean that 09 was probably. He said that 2010 was his favorite because it was Celtics, but yeah, I mean
it was both. But Lamar. I mean that you guys all blended and gelled together so well. I just
but the 09 one was probably was special too because even though the Celtics one was Celtics, but the 09 was like the Celtics revenge before the Celtics revenge.
Right.
I love that too.
And then favorite Laker memory.
Well, I think like whenever they win a championship, but 2010 was special because they beat the Celtics, and I was in Boston for Game 6, and that was a very low moment. So for them to win that was really big because you go into the third quarter, they're down by 13 points, and for Ron to get that moment, and that's my favorite press conference. Generally in press conferences,
so funny.
The press conference. Where the acknowledge me people.
Kobe pass me the ball.
He's known of his whole that was a big moment for Ron. Big moment for.
That's what I brought him here for.
Yeah. But that was special. I mean, and hopefully in the near future, Lakers can be back there. And I think with this window with LeBron, like Lakers just got to put him.
Another parade. Ain't nothing better than a parade.
And we got robbed. We got double robbed out of that.
That was
with the Lakers and
because Lamar was part of my favorite, where they not only got the parade, but they got sold out Coliseum. When you talk about like what Coliseum,
that was dope.
Olympics, they sold. I mean, packed. That was a very special moment.
Right. Yeah. Well, I appreciate.
We're gonna get one again.
Yeah,
we'll get one soon.
Real soon, right in your face, Celtic fan.
Hell yeah. But yo, thank you so much, Arash, for coming on. Lamar, you killed this episode. And
thanks, bro. Appreciate you.
We'll see you guys in the next one.
Peace out.